Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a calendar event action so that you can create Google Calendar events directly from your application. So the first thing we need to do is go to the Actions section of our app editor and create an action. I'm going to select the calendar event action and give it a generic name. We could also add a description here, but it's not necessary. However, we do need to select the form that will be used, so I'm going to use the event form in this application. For the calendar type, Google Calendar is the only option at the moment, so go ahead and leave that as is. And you may need to connect to your Google Calendar the first time you create an action like this. Let's go ahead and click that, select your account. I'm going to dismiss this, and then just allow to grant GWApps permission to your calendar. Okay, in just a second, some additional options will appear. Next, we need to choose the calendar where the events will be created. Keep in mind you do need write permissions for the calendar in order to select it here. Then we can add conditions under which the events will be created. I'm going to use a simple status condition saying when the status equals draft, the events will be created. All right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Now for the event title, we can free text type here, or we can also bring in field data using the @ symbol. So I'm going to use the @ symbol. I have a field called event title, so I'm going to use that. We can do the same thing with the description. Again, we can type or we can bring in field data. Both the title and the description will appear on the event card on your Google Calendar. Then we need to select a start and end date. This can be field-based, or it can also be custom using an exact date or a relative date. This would be relative to the day it's created. I have fields for this, so I'm going to go ahead and select those. Scroll down a bit. We could make this an all-day event, or we can also include a Google Meet conference. I will include a Google Meet conference, but I do have time fields, so I'm not going to make this an all-day event. Similarly, we can use exact date or current time, or we can have it be field-based. So I'm going to select my fields here. Now we need to add an attendee or more. This can also be field-based or custom using our directory list. So we can add, default values here. I'm going to use the created by field so that whoever creates the record is added as an attendee. You can optionally notify attendees as well. This works the same way as it does in Google Calendar. Now, toggling on delete event will allow us to choose conditions under which the events will be deleted. So I'm going to go ahead and add another status filter or condition here saying when the record is in the completed stage, it will be deleted. Go ahead and click create. All right, and we can just verify everything is correct here, going through. And once we do that, we can click Save. Now the next thing we need to do is trigger this action. So I'm going to create a trigger. I'm going to create new trigger. I'll just give it a generic name. Select our event form, and I'm going to choose on an action. This will trigger on an action, not on a schedule. For the action, it's going to be on the create record and update record actions. Here we can add a catch-all filter because the filters in the action cover when the events will be created and deleted. So I'm going to use created on not blank. This field is never blank. Then we choose the calendar event action and choose our new action. Click Save. Now make sure you toggle this trigger on to enable it. Great. Now let's launch our app and test this out. So here's my event form. I'm just going to give it a generic name, new event. I'll add a start date for today, end date also today, and let's do 2 p.m. and we'll go to 3 p.m. All right, I'm going to click the save icon here to save it into the draft stage, which was the condition under which this event would be created. Let's go ahead to my calendar to check this out. Great, it was created here. You can see new event. That's taking the field data from that event title field. And similarly, the description, we have our typed in text and then the created on date. You can see there's a Google Meet conference here as well. Now let's go back. I'm going to submit this record, and it's going to move it to the completed stage, which was the condition under which this event would be deleted. It's currently in the draft stage, you'll see. Now it's in the completed stage. Let's go back to the calendar, and it's been deleted. That's it. Thank you for watching.